What's good, guys? It's your boy, K-Dot, first black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. I'm on that first black Super Saiyan status like always. We need to hashtag that shit ASAP. I got a very special video. Got someone featured up in this bitch. My friend, my rock, no homo, my man SerpentWarrior. What's good with you, SerpentWarrior?
Good, dog.
Alright, so we here for a special video. We're going to be breaking down the Predator movie, the 2018 version. We're going to break down this movie, talk about it, our likes, our dislikes, what we expected, what we thought could have went better, and our own real honest opinion about this movie. Because when I was watching this movie, Serpent, you was there, bro. You saw my face. I was commentating to you. This shit is stupid.
It was bad, bro. It was just bad.
Right, that shit hurt my head. When I was watching that shit, I was like, fuck, this shit's stupid, bro. It was like really...
Yep.
It was insulting. That shit was lightweight insulting. I felt some type of way. Alright. Serpent, what I think we should go ahead and do first, we rack out our top... We rack out the movies in our order of what we think is from the best to the worst. So I'm gonna let you go first with yours if you already got it.
Yeah, I got mine. Well, my deal is I like the Predator, the very first Predator that came out in 1987.
Yeah.
Then Predator 2. The Predators in 2010 wasn't as good as it did in the trailers.
Yeah.
Just like what happened in 2018. They added like a super mega Predator in 2018.
Makes sense.
And they left it on Earth. So yeah. That's from the best to the worst. FYI.
Best to the worst? Okay, I fucks with it. I fucks with it. I'm not finna hate. Because we only got 4 movies, so we can only go all 4. Like, if this was like 10 movies or 6, then the list would be different. But this is all we got.
Yeah.
I wish we could have included at least one of the AVP movies, but they're not part of the universe. So my movies from best to worst is going to be Predator 1, 1987. I put Predator 2, 2010 as my second movie. Predator 2 as my third. Predator 2018 as my last. I was really fucking with 2010. I get that the main actor was kind of small and shit. He was small. He was. But hey, that voice, man, that shit was sexy. That man's voice. No homo.
Yeah.
Only, 0.5% homo, but no homo.
Okay.
Alright, but let's go ahead and just get to like whole breakdown of this. What's good, Serpent?
I said, you want to break it down, like why you went down that list, or how do you want to do it?
Nah, I think the list is pretty solid. Our lists are pretty solid. Let's just go ahead and just break down this movie. Let's get into this shit. Let's just talk about this movie and its plot.
Alright.
Now, if you want to go first, do you want to go first? Do you want to tangle with this stuff, man? Because this movie, oh, fuck.
Nah, I don't want to take the lead. You take this one.
Alright, man. Let me give people a quick summary of this movie. Yes. I can't record a video. People interrupting me and shit. But look, let's do a whole summary of this movie. This movie, The Predator 2018. This movie is about big predator, chase, normal predator, little predator stole something from big predator wants it back. That's the movie. That is the movie. That's the movie, bruh. That's the whole movie. But we finna get into spoilers because there was more to this, but they added some bullshit upon it because At the end of the movie, I would say that was probably the dumbest part the big predator did, where he wanted to hunt out of nowhere after he achieved his goal and he was set to go back home and shit. And he wanted the little boy because he was fuck, what was he? He wasn't autistic. He was autistic, right?
No, I think he had Asperger's.
Yeah, he had Asperger's. So the little boy had Asperger's, and the predator for some reason saw that as like a evolutionary. He saw that as the best way for them to evolve their intelligence. So they saw this little boy as like, hey, this little boy is so smart. He was able to figure out our technology. We need to take what he has and put it in us so we can enhance our intelligence and how we're and our capability of learning.
Well, it wasn't even like that. It was more like he understood the language, even though it was chicken scratch. And like the predator only wanted him just for the simple fact they're like, oh shit, he understands us. He's a warrior. He's like us. He wants to hunt just like us. So we're gonna take him. That was the main goal for the big predator.
Yeah, I mean,
well, that's what I got from it.
I mean, you're right, because he did need a fucking trophy. They didn't take no trophies in this movie. The Predators. That's one thing that was missing. They didn't have any trophies. Like, it just took away from it. Like seeing them like rip out the spines and shit. They took away a lot of the stuff, and they kind of just went with like the standard after 2010 movies where there's just basic beat 'em up shit, like, you know, Transformers kind of shit.
Yeah.
Just like action scenes that don't make no sense, like that ending scene in the movie, bro, where the big predator lost to the main character, the guy from Logan, and Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
The way he died was so stupid, man. That scene when the big predator picked up the small one. No, the big predator picked up the main guy. He picked him up, and then he pushed him.
Yes.
But, mind you, bro, throughout the rest of that movie, he was biting off people, he was stabbing people in the dicks. What happened to that power, that strength, when he was fighting the main character, bro? The main character, he pushed him. He pushed this guy. I'm like, why? Why didn't you just stab him in the dick like you did the other guy?
See, I don't know what the director or the writer was thinking about when they wrote that part in, because you're absolutely right. He was killing a lot of people. Like, it was nothing. They're like, towards the end, he's like, you're just the one dude. I'm just gonna kick you around and have fun. Like, what happened to, like, no mercy? What happened to the cruel, bitter predator that we all know and love? Just killing off people. What happened to him? He got really soft at the end. That big predator.
Right, bro. He did. He got extra soft. Like, the humans was able, bro. And I if you notice this, remember when Olivia Munn was chasing after the ship, right? And she had a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
And she shot his ship, but remember his ship started. She damaged his ship, but somehow she was able to damage that alien technology, that ship, with a grenade launcher.
With the grenade launcher, I thought the way the ship went down is because the dude did a suicide into the engine.
What? Well, I mean, he was most likely going to do that, but like she took the first shot at the engine, and it was because the ship was going to go down. He just like made the situation worse when he jumped inside the turbine and fucked it up. But that shit was smoking when she shot at it. She shot a grenade launcher at it, and that shit was it started smoking. And the way I looked at it, I was like, why is the ship getting damaged by basic human technology, like, you know, grenade launchers and stuff, our human tech versus their tech that's OP, like the shield. Oh, remember when he brought when he encased the ship into a shield?
Yeah.
And then
when he brought up the shield.
Yeah, when he brought up the shield.
He sliced off one of the dude's legs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, that's some OP. I mean, I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, I figured his legs was gonna go and get severed anyways. I already figured that when the shield was closing on him.
Yeah, I don't know. That part was kind of stupid because the dude that got his legs cut off, like he saw it coming too, and like the other dude, he jumped up so his legs didn't come off, but he just stood there and like, oh, this wouldn't hurt, like a dumbass.
Bruh, his hops didn't come in, man. He wasn't. You know what they say about the black people?
You're right.
I mean, he was a Latin dude, you know.
Hey, man, we can hop over the borders like it's nothing.
He couldn't jump over the portal, man. What happened? I mean, out the portal, but the shield, man. What happened? What happened, bro? Shit. Alright, but Serpent, did you have any other gripes with the movie? I mean, I got some gripes, but I want to hear some of your gripes if you got any. I think we pretty much had the same gripes, but what you got?
Okay, besides the fact that the Predator was soft, like towards the ending, like, oh, it was the dogs. They made the dogs look like exactly like the Predator.
Yeah.
That like if you go back to Predators 2010, those dogs did not look.
Yeah, like they didn't look the same.
Like the Predator that they know.
Yep.
Yeah, they look totally different.
Yep, they was.
So
different.
I was wondering, what the fuck happened? That's the second grade. Third, I was wondering why did the not the ex-marine, like the army dude decided to send his stuff straight to his family's house, where he knows like, oh, this might be like a good idea at the moment, but it was totally dumb.
Yeah, cause he sent it to a PO box, but either way, if his wife were to go to that PO box, she was gonna pick up the box anyways.
Yeah.
Like, either way, they was gonna get that box one way or another. I was tripping off that too. I was like, why would you send the box there to your kid's house where your kid is at? That was just, I was like, bro, you just went head up with an alien and survived. Well, he didn't go head up. He lost. I guess he went head up. He kind of sliced the alien in half, but he didn't get sliced in half. It looked like he got sliced in half. When he first shot him, he was cloaked, and then his blood started leaking all over him.
Yeah.
But I was like, why would you still send the alien tech to your kid's house and expect for everything to go good? Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Oh, since you brought up that part when the main character met the traitor Predator.
Yeah.
What was up with the deal that they made that whole scene like, oh, he's dead? Then the Predator opens his eyes like, psych, motherfuckers. Like, no, like, that was totally completely stupid. They made that into a joke in that movie. I was like, what?
Yeah, they did. Because even like what made that scene even more funny to me was the CGI. Like his eyes, that shit looked hella fake, like fake.
Yeah, it really did.
I didn't even want to see that. I was like, oh shit, that shit looks ugly. Put that mask on. Wait, but where was his mask at? The standard.
It was shut off.
Wait, he shot off his mask?
Yeah. Or like when he was falling, it came off.
Because when he jumped off the ship, he jumped off with a mask. He like got into a space pod and he landed with his mask.
Yeah, then like the only way like the main character knocked down the dude.
Yeah.
It was like he hit him in the face. That's why like later on in the movie he has those scratches on the mask.
Oh, okay, makes.
Yeah.
I really got a
bootleg it again.
Hey man, you know, we on fucking YouTube. You know, we don't condone bootlegging. Yes, we do. We don't condone that shit.
Alright.
Put Locker. Hey, so you know, but yeah, I mean, bro, that scene was really like insulting. It was like, look, I already knew this movie was like gonna be dumb off top. There was hella people like really saying like this story is gonna be tight, it's gonna be on point. It's just because the director, man, because the director did fucking Iron Man 3.
True.
And remember, this was the same director that was in the first Predators movie. Like he was that guy with the glasses. Remember the guy with the glasses, the little nerdy looking dude?
Yes.
That little skin. That's Shane Black. Shane Black, the same guy who directed this movie, was in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, he shitted on the first movie. He kind of disrespected the first movie, because the first movie was based about a hunter, a guy hunting just for sport, coming to takes. Well, I mean, did he really take the spines? I mean, because remember when in the first movie when he was skinning people and he was just hanging them?
Yeah.
He was like just skinning people and hanging them. He wasn't really like taking their bodies. He just left them as is. Like the Predators upgrading himself, it didn't make any sense, because I was like, even the guy in Predator 2, the Predator in Predator 2, he was just hunting those gang members just to hunt gang members because he saw them lightweight as a worthy kill. Or he just saw them as like, oh shit, they're just a couple of deers in headlights. I'm just gonna go shoot them. Pop, 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 pop. I think, because this movie does not make total sense with they want to upgrade themselves. Like, why would they upgrade? Because it was talking about their planet is dying and they're trying to conquer our planet, but I didn't get that from any of the first four movies. Like Predator 2010, that didn't tell me that, oh, their planet is dying and they're staying on ships and they're always on ships. Like, we don't know that. We just it just happens that in every single movie we see them on a ship going to somewhere else.
Sure.
And we only seen them on ships in Predator 2, Predator 2010, and Predator in this Predator movie. Like, we only seen them on ships in 3 movies.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not enough in this movie to back up the point that their planet's dying and they're coming to conquer. Like, why though?
True.
Because, you know, the scientist lady, I mean, she can only go off so much, but it's like she was making... Because she was making, like, lightweight assumptions and lightweight not assumptions. But when she was making the assumption that, oh, they're upgrading just to become the ultimate being, I think they were just upgrading for the sake of upgrading to hunt. I think that would have been better. They're just upgrading for the sake of hunting. And birthright. Their trial of manhood and shit. Not, we're going to upgrade so we can go conquer planets, because that's not what the guy was doing in the first movie. If that was the case, he would have just went on a killing spree, killing everybody, and he wouldn't have fought Arnold honorably. Remember, like, he went head up with Arnold, like, with honor and shit. You know, he was like, he stared him down, and was like, let's fight.
I think, like the 2010 version, it showed somewhat of respect to Predator 1 that it just didn't kind of like live up to it. Just for the simple fact, they took convicts like from not convicts. They took people from around the world. Like what was it? Like five or six people?
Yeah, it was like five or six of the. It was opponents that the Predators picked out that they wanted to hunt. They picked like a convict, a guy from some gang in South America, a Yakuza guy, a sniper, and an ex-military guy, and some Russian dude with a big ass machine gun.
Yeah, so they took those guys and they hunted them down. But like like I said, it was showing respect to Predator 1.
Yeah.
The very first Predator. Just for the simple fact, it shows similarities, like how, like the main character in Predator 2010, like went head up with a Predator, like same on, like as Arnold did.
Yeah.
They were just kind of goofy with this shit, though.
Yeah.
Like how it was goofy, like the convict, especially the comic, how he pretended to be like not to worry guy, like, oh, I'm the nerd, like, I can't get in fights, I don't even know how to kill someone.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that was like total like an act, which I kind of understand because he didn't want the rest of the militia. Well, I'm gonna call them militia because they were all part of like of an army of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like that because the comic should have been like already killing them off. Bit like he didn't know what was hunting them, and that's what like threw me off really bad. Like during that whole movie.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the comic guy either because I was like, I mean, I guess he wasn't trying to tell them what he was doing so they don't kill him off. Because I think because remember the main guy, he was like, that dude was a no bullshit kind of guy. Sergeant Brody, right? He was a no bullshit. He was a no bullshit kind of guy. So I think he was just going to like, oh shit, this crazy motherfucker's right behind us. He killed this many people all willy nilly. Let's go ahead and kill him off, and then we'll worry about us. So I think that's why he didn't say anything, because it doesn't make sense why he even wanted to kill people, because he was on a foreign planet, didn't know where he was at. Even if he killed all the people in the crew, what was he going to do after? Like, say if he did kill everybody in the group, then the aliens are just going to kill him. Like, did he think he was going to be a match? Like, what? Like, that's the thing about it. I was like, it was just bad putting him in the movie anyways. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
In Predator 2010, that didn't make sense.
Then what else? They find a spaceship in 2010. This was one of the dudes in it, like, harboring like some of the Predator's gear. That was another thing that threw me off too.
Yeah. He had the mask. The cloak. Wait a minute.
He had the armor. He had the armor too.
He did? I don't know. I thought he just had the mask because he cloaked himself. Well, no, he didn't have the fucking the arm brace. He didn't have the arm brace. Remember?
Yeah.
Cause
he didn't have the arm brace, but he had everything else though. Well, except for the legs, but like he had the chest plate.
Cause remember, they need that bead. Like in Predator 2018, they showed that he needs that actual bead inside the van brace to cloak themselves. It was that little ball. Cause he needs that. I mean, he probably had it. They probably just. This was probably the first time in Predator 2018 where they touch upon how they cloak.
Yeah.
Because at first I thought the cloak thing had to do with the mask or whatever. I thought the cloak had to do with the mask. That's what I was thinking.
I thought the cloak was more about like having all the gear together, and like that's why they cloak.
Yeah, I mean, it would make more sense for it to be that way. You gotta have like all the armor to do so. Because remember, the guy in 2018, the main guy, that dude was a terrible actor. He had that country voice like he did in Logan. That country accent, man, that motherfucker can't act for shit. He had that same voice. But yeah, he took the bead. He used it to cloak. And I told you, bro. When he swallowed that bead, he was going to shit it out. I told you. He was going to... He shitted out that fucking bead. I knew they was going to make a joke out of that. I knew it. Because when he swallowed it, I was like, man, he's going to shit it out later. And guess what he did?
Shut it out.
Right when he was about to go save his son, bro. They turned going to save your son into a joke. How? Oh, man. Damn, we going pretty hard on this movie. I mean, you got any likes? We got a lot of dislikes, but you got any likes for this movie?
Okay, the one thing I liked about the movie, they kind of kept the same gear, like throughout to the Predators. Like, they kept the same gears of, like, how they kill, and, like, I forgot what the thing called. It was like that, it's similar to a shuriken that the Predator had, and, like, they kept that with all the movies, and they made sure that was kept in there because that was like a unique part that I actually liked.
Yeah, that shuriken was fire. Hey, bro, that shit was OP though. That fucking shuriken, especially the big one. Remember that bro? He was taking off people's fucking heads with that shit. That shit was real. No, he split somebody in half. Remember the big one split? He split one of them dudes in half. That shit was tight, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can agree. I would say the action in this was better. The action scenes in this movie, besides the ending, and besides the fight with the standard predator, everything, all the action scenes with the big predator, besides the ending and the fight with the standard predator, was fire.
True.
Like, especially the part when he was in the house and he fucking was shanking the little white guy.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was...
I think they, like, that was too funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was so funny.
Bro, he was big as hell in his blade when he stabbed the guy in the dick. He was on his knees the whole time doing all that. He was just chilling. Bro, he was OP as hell.
Yep.
Shit. Well, if I had any likes for this movie, I'd say the action, Olivia Munn, the standard predator, the standard predator. His scenes was pretty solid. Like his action scenes, solid. His presence, solid. His fight against the big predator, whack, very lacking because he just fucking swiped. He was doing basic combat movements against the big predator, and I'm like, bro, you got fucking agility, speed. Like, why he wasn't even using his own abilities, his abilities that he's born with, like his enhanced strength, his hops. He didn't make use of his hops.
Yeah.
Or that blaster cannon that he had. He didn't make use of any of his weapons when he went head up with the big predator. I think that's what the problem was. I don't think they knew how to pin two predators up together head up with all their tech.
Well, the thing is about that, like, the first predator, like the mini predator,
yeah,
he didn't have all his gear though. That's the thing.
I mean, he did scavenge. Remember, he scavenged some gear. Remember, he took the missile launcher from the base. He got a new mass and missile launcher from that base.
Yeah, but that's all he practically had. He didn't have his brace. And just keep in mind, those are old techs from like past predators. It ain't something new that he had with him. Like something that he brought with him. I mean,
shit, yeah. I think
so, like, for him, that's kind of like outdated gear.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit, fuck it. Yeah, he did. That was pretty old tech. That was old tech. I mean, what would have made it better, like, just on the visual standpoint, is if he took that original Predator's mask that he had, and he actually wore that into the battle instead of the new one.
True.
And what I wish they did in this movie is that since they're trying to build up to a point where they want the predators to work with the humans, the encounter was done wrong. Like, even the first scene in the movie, because you seen Alien vs. Predator, first one, not the second one, but you seen the first one, right?
Yes.
And you saw how even though it's not canon, you seen how that black lady interacted with the standard predator, because the standard predator saved her, and she gave him back his item. So she gave him back whatever he was searching for. Same way the main character did when he got pinned up against the wall. The predator snatched him up by his neck, pinned him up against the wall, and he gave him back his item. I think the problem with the little one is, like, what was his... If he was trying to give that as a gift to the humans, why is he out here fucking killing everybody? I can understand him being locked up in the room and they're trying to test on him. Like I would have killed some people too if they was like testing on me and shit. But like after that, he was killing people. He was like killing.
Okay, well the thing is, he crashed on Earth, and like, you know, as humans, we didn't like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? Let's poke at it, see if it hurts us.
Yeah.
And like we're like on fucking like wildlife channel, like, oh, it's a stick. And like if we die because of our stupidity and our curiosity, and like he took that, and he figured like, oh shit, they want to kill me, but I'm really trying to help them out. That like they try shooting at me, and like what later on they fucking tied me down to a fucking table, like hella drugged up and shit. Like, dude, to be honest, like I see why he started killing people in that lab, because man, they fucking roofied the Predator.
See that shit? I knew you was gonna say that, bro.
Dude, they legit did. And on top of everything else, like, I'm not gonna lie, they probably like fucking probed his ass. I thought fucking aliens supposed to probe us. Nah, it's the other way around. We probed them.
Oh shit, man! They
turn around,
bro. They fucking bent him over and shoved some shit up in there, man. They put on them gloves. They went gold digging, bro. Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. But you want to know what the big predator the standard predator should have done?
What?
Why didn't he just wear the special armor?
True. Why didn't he?
Bro.
You can toss that up to the list that we don't fucking know.
Like, I doubt that armor only fits humans. Because the way the armor transformed onto the person's body, I think it can fit anywhere, but it adjusts to the wearer.
Yeah, it has to. It would have had to adjust to someone.
Yeah, it was like the nanotech from Infinity War, that god awful movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he should have just wore the armor. I think the best thing that he should have done was just go onto the planet wearing the armor. But I mean, how is he going to? I don't know. I mean, that Predator was smart. He clearly was able to understand everybody. Like they understand English and stuff. I think he could have just sent some code to like the military or something, saying like, "Hey, meet me at this location," blah blah blah, and send some like weird alien shit. I don't know. Like my issue, like
there's a flaw in that. There's a flaw in that, like. You tell me, like, you're trying to say, like, oh, the Predator should have sent a message out first, to fucking humans that, like Predators have visited Earth before that. You know, we technically, quote unquote, didn't kill him, but we did kill him. We just keep him down low. It's like, they would have probably just set up a trap for him if he actually did do that. And we're back to the fucking probing shit.
Hey, bro, look, that was in the original script. I'm just going off of what was in the original script because they was going to team up either way. Because either way, since like you got a point, you got a very good point. Because like, how is he going to communicate this to them, to the people? Like, was he just going to drop it off into the military's fucking base or whatever? Just drop it off, I think he probably would have just done that and let the people figure out what they can with it, and he was just gonna dip. I think that's what he should have just done. Flew over. Well, his ship was gonna crash either way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, dude, this alien was able to remember he put on the mask. He was able to see what his mask was looking at.
Yeah.
So he was able to look through another mask. So that with that mask, he probably could have did some shit where he found a military base, didn't know what base it was, fucking dropped that shit on the ground somewhere and dipped. I don't know how he was gonna get off the planet. I don't know. He was probably gonna send a distress signal, because clearly the big predator and the little predator was of a different clan. or planet or clan. They was of a different clan. They wasn't part of the same tribe or whatever. They weren't part of the same tribe. I doubt they were. Or the standard predator could have been a predator that was just rebelling against bigger predators that are making themselves OP for the sake of hunting and supposedly now colonizing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's. I mean, we can take apart this film like all day. We can. But I do got. I can honestly say the characters I liked was the autistic boy, the Asperger's boy, Olivia Munn, the black guy with the cigarette, and Keegan Michael Key's character, and the white guy that said eat your pussy.
True.
Hey, bro, that eat that pussy bit was funny, bro. That shit was funny. Fuck, man. Hey, I was surprised that they did that.
Yeah, me too.
Like, that's kind of like against SJW a bit. That's like, damn, that's like saying fuck the feminists. We're gonna say what we want. I mean, it was an R-rated movie, so shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel like an R-rated movie though. It felt like a PG-13 one.
For real? I mean, somebody got stabbed in the dick, and then remember that standard predator bit off some motherfucker's finger and shit.
PG-13.
Oh man, fucker. I mean, you are right in a way, because remember, Avengers Infinity War is a PG-13, and remember he choked out Loki, and that shit was like explicit as fuck. They was popped his blood vessels and stuff. His blood was leaking out of his eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I guess the explosion of human bodies is when you hit R-rated. I can see why you would think it was a PG-13. Why you would consider it PG-13. Yeah, I can see why. Bro. But in a way, I would still consider it R-rated just because that Predator, the big one, he was a 0.5% savage. He was a 0.5%. He was stabbing people in the dick. He was biting. He chewed off that guy's face when he was hanging from the tree.
Oh, right. Yeah, he did.
He chewed off his face, right? Or he bit off his hand. He chewed off something.
He chewed off something. Either way, that shit made me laugh.
Hey, that was my first time seeing the predators actually use their teeth. Like, remember, they never used the mandibles besides for scaring people.
Yeah.
He actually bit off somebody's hand. I was like, finally they used that shit. Hey, but that standard predator, I think that scene in the lab was probably his best scene. That action scene. And when he took the gun and he started using it, I was like, fuck, this man's fucking OP. Well, he was OP up until he got his ass whooped so easily. Like, yeah. Dude, he slammed him onto a car and he was like all dizzy and stuff. That's what I was confused with. Like, he slammed him onto a car and he was all dizzy and stuff. Like, remember, wasn't this the same predator that fell from a tree and still survived moments later in that lab?
Yeah.
Because he wasn't dead. I guess they healed him, right? Did they healed him?
Yeah, they had to fix him up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they fixed him up, but he still survived that fall and shit. He survived that fall. I thought he got split in half at the beginning of the movie, because it looked like he got split in half when the dude shot the wire. He shot a wire at him, and it looked like it was going to cut his body in half, but it didn't. It just grazed his body. It didn't even cut him in half.
Yeah.
Well,
that's another thing, dude. Wait, hold on. What was up with the part that they was talking about in the lab? Like, oh, these predators are a part of us. Like, they're just because they have an extra chromosome, or another gene in the body, and they're supposed to be us, but like more highly sophisticated.
I know it's because they have 48 chromosomes, right? all humans got 47. They saw that, oh shit, this one has 48, and they noticed the human DNA inside of it. I mean, but why are they capitalizing off of human DNA?
Exactly.
Like, that makes no sense. I can understand the little Asperger's boy because he was smart, but like, basic soldiers and stuff? These predators are highly trained elite. At least one of them can probably take down a whole battalion of soldiers. Probably a whole barrack of soldiers. And they want human DNA. It's like, I would see that as being worthless. Like, I don't, like, why human DNA? That's the issue. Why take from the humans? Because clearly there has to be other stronger species. Because that big one had an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
And when he caught on fire, that shit failed. That didn't make no sense at all to me. He caught on fire and his skin stopped becoming an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Like, that big one was literally taking gunfire. Bullets are dropping and bouncing off him. But when he gets caught on fire and stabbed, that's when the exoskeleton fails. This movie, man. This fucking movie. Serpent, you got any last words for the viewers, man? On what you thought about this movie?
Give a like and subscribe.
Yeah, man, y'all better like and fucking comment and fucking subscribe and shit. You know, freak YouTube. Bro, did I tell you what happened about my review? I might as well tell everybody what happened.
No.
So basically, I dropped my Lil Wayne and the Lil Wayne and X Carter 5 song review, right? The video hit over 500 views. And this was a review. This was no reaction. This was no discussion. I guess a discussion and a review, but it was a review. I reviewed the song. They took that shit down because I had the song playing in my video. I looked on other channels, bro. There's other people that was playing the song longer than me, and after I trimmed that video and condensed it, they still wouldn't take it. They said it was blocked because I had the song in my video, but there's other YouTube channels with the song in their video, and I condensed that shit to 1 minute to the point where that video makes no sense and it's all out of loop. So I was pissed.
Shit.
Yeah, man, fuck YouTube and shit. You know, Serpent, if you're trying to do a YouTube channel, don't do it, man. YouTube's let's keep it PG-13 for the kids, a butthole. Yeah, fucking YouTube. But yeah, any last words, Serpent, before we, end the video and shit? Besides like, comment, and subscribe? Or just like...
Nah, man, it's good. There's a good talk about, reviewing about the Predator 2018 version.
Yep.
And the other movies, too.
Yep. Alright, you guys. That's our man, Serpent. Let's have... Hey, Serpent, you want me to link your Instagram into the description, or what you want, man? It's up to you.
No, I'm good.
Alright, it's all good. Too bad. Y'all can get my Instagram and my Twitter in the description. Check down below. That shit gonna be there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Show your boy K-Dot some love. First Black Super Saiyan to ever arrive on this planet. Y'all, please have a very good day. Deuces.